Hey guys, I'm Tiffany, and you found me on the Wise Guys channel for Free Tarot Friday. We're going to use the Rider-Waite deck today. We're going to go through every sign. So everybody's going to get a free reading. And I just wanted to address that today's the full moon in Virgo. And so I wrote an article called Drop the Rock, and it was based on this book called Drop the Rock, right? If you know me, my background is in health psychology, and I love finding tools that help inspire really us to live our best authentic self, right? And so what that boils down to is continuing to study, continuing to learn, continuing to be in alignment with your own human design. And the Virgo full moon is really about dropping all the things that aren't you. You know, it's not about doing, it's about undoing. And so what kind of rocks are we wanting to drop, right? Are we wanting to drop the rocks of resentment or guilt, or self-hatred, self-loathing, or unorganization, or procrastination, right? There's lots of potential rocks we could be dropping under today's Virgo full moon. So I'm recording this a day early. The Virgo full moon happens for us in the middle of the night here tonight. So just depending on when you're watching this, just be aware of wherever 27 degrees of Virgo is in your chart. And so you might find that there's some areas where you just can't unsee things. You just have to be honest with yourself. And one of the things that I have to be honest with myself about with you guys is that I have been a very optimistic astrologer, and I like that. You know, I like playing that role. I get frustrated with the doom and gloom astrology, but I haven't been completely honest about some of the doom and gloom stuff out there. And I'm going to start talking about that more in our membership. I'm going to do it in our membership because it's a safe place where we won't get deplatformed, where we won't get shut down, right? So if you want to kind of hear some of the intense things going on in the skies, I want to invite you to join our membership. March, we've got Adrienne Cobb teaching. In April, we've got Celeste Brooks teaching. She's going to actually look at your chart and where the eclipse hits your chart. So if you want some specific feedback for this eclipse season, great time to join. It's just $22 a month. And what am I really talking about? One of the biggest things is, if you want to research it, right, the south node of Saturn has started its conjunction with Pluto this month. And it's going to stay that way through 2023. And that's a big one that we didn't talk about in the 2022 forecast. There are lots of things to look for in the 2022 forecast article, where we're starting to see the United States Pluto return triggering many things for many countries, many people, globally, worldwide, and personally. So if you're feeling it and you're thinking it's like, oh, it's the full moon, it is the full moon, but it's so much more. So check out what's going on with the US Pluto return in our 2022 forecast. The south node of Saturn conjunct Pluto, typically a very pessimistic time, very challenging times historically, when we will see some deflation, some suspicion, some widespread panic in some ways, right? So there's lots of potentials for more negative, darker skies, and I just want to start to address some of that through the membership. So I just wanted to invite you guys to that cherry piece of the astrology, and to not blame everything on the moon today. You know, the full moon just gives us an opportunity to have an awareness shift. It can be like an experiment, right? You can just play around with it. What are you noticing? What are you seeing? You don't have to do anything. You can just be and watch and enjoy your passenger consciousness and enjoy the ride. Oh, and I wanted to start, cool, the Emperor is what flipped over. So the Emperor is guiding us all to be the boss of our own lives, you know, to take charge, to become the best version of yourself, to be the best authority figure, that you don't have to look anywhere else. You don't even really need this reading or these cards, but maybe it'll reflect something back to you. Okay, so I meant to start, I wanted to do our universal reading first. So usually I do it at the end, but I wanted to use this different deck. It's called the Mystic Art Medicine deck. It's an oracle deck. It's not traditional tarot, but I just wanted to get a message for all of us watching and interested in inviting the tarot into our lives this weekend. Message just for all of us here. Innocence. Okay, so let's read about innocence. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your water. Let's all hydrate today. Help me hydrate. Okay, so here we go. Can you see the card of innocence? It says, turn inward. Okay, So I love that advice at first, like turn inward and upward, not outward and downward. Such good advice, right? Turn inward and upward when we're going through something, not outward, not blaming and pointing and look at what's wrong out there in the world, or even, you know what I mean? Not downward, like, oh, it's so bad, but inward, what can I do? And upward, how can I connect with my higher power, with my source energy? So it says, turn inward to your imagination and find a heart full of innocence. Happiness and inner peace depend upon a relationship and gratitude and love to the service of something greater than the material world, right? Let yourself play beyond discipline limitations. There's a truth that is undeniably real within the hidden worlds of nature. Walk through the doorway into your heart, into magic, by respecting the natural world. All right, doorway to your heart of magic by respecting the natural world. You've not lost your innocence. It's simply buried in conditioning imposed upon you, right? You have not lost your innocence. It's simply buried in conditioning imposed upon you. You didn't do anything wrong. It's still there. You're still you. It says throw away the ideas that there's no real magic in the world besides parlor tricks and a slip of the hand. Chuck those thoughts from your head of what adults in society told you about the ways of the world and how you should be. Drop all that you have learned from others and return to innocence. Be as simple-minded and as a child, I'm sure she's meaning childlike wonder, as soon innocence resurfaces and you'll remember to play. The medicine card, Fairy Child is the name of this painting, is asking you to transform those thoughts that have taught you that really don't exist, right? Our thoughts don't really exist. Who's the thinker of that thought? Can we let them go under this Virgo full moon and return to innocence? It says, when did you stop singing, dancing, playing, and using your imagination? Be like a child. Jesus said, do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Believe, believe, believe. Cool. Really nice first card to get, especially if you have innocence motivation. If you don't know your motivation type, get a human design session with Leisha and she can help you figure that out. Mine's hope. You know, some of them are fear, some of them are needs. We all have different motivations. It's important for our genetic pool to have different motivations. Nobody's wrong. We just are conditioned to be that which we're not, right? And so it's just this innocence process of coming back to who we really are. All right, clearing the deck. Let's start for Aries. That was a big preamble to today. Sorry, guys. All right, we're here for Aries. Who is it, or what is it that Aries needs to hear? All right, we get the Magician and the Page of Pentacles reversed. This can have a feeling like you've lost touch with magic, like you've lost touch with the ability to change things. Maybe even some of you going through some financial ups and downs or just upheaval. You know, big expenses can happen. And so if you have been doubting yourself, this is a sign to trust your intuition. This is a sign that you're not wrong, that it's okay to take some calculated leaps of faith here. Right? So calculated leaps of faith. You haven't lost your own magic. Trust your intuition. Maybe some of you are looking at a relocation or changing careers or changing something significant about your day-to-day routine. This is a good time to do it under this moon. So check out the article. You might get some ideas or at least some cool questions to journal through. All right, let's clear the deck for Taurus. See what it is that Taurus needs to hear on this weekend ahead. Their full moon reading for our for our Taurus friends. Clearing for Taurus. All right. Let's see, we get the Two of Wands, it was reversed, and the Page of Swords upright. All right, so of course, I like to think of the Page of Swords as this like innocence and honesty. You know, if I'm honest with myself and you, this is how I'm feeling. The Page of Swords is like that kid that runs into the room and is like, are you pregnant? You know, and it's like, no, don't. No, they're not. Like, don't say that. That's just that innocent, like, oh, I just said the thing that was super honest. I didn't mean for anybody to take it personally or be hurt by it, right? It's like that kind of a judder, like, feeling, that very, you're honest, like, whoops, that just came out, didn't it, right? The Two of Wands reversed here is really about, I feel like it's about going slow. You know, if this is on a journey and looking overseas and being interested and kind of coming up to a crossroads or a decision or having the world in your hands and still you yearn, this way it's like, what can we do just right here, right now? Like, what if there's nowhere to go, you know? And sometimes being with yourself alone is the best therapy you can get, just that quiet time, right? So there's some I don't know, mixed messages, fun things to play with. Where do you want to, who do you want to connect with in terms of um, your like innocent honesty? You know, if I could just say what I wanted to say, how would it feel, right? And mitigating some decisions to go somewhere versus staying still. All right, let's clear the deck for Geminis. What is it that our Gemini friends need to hear for the weekend ahead under this Virgo full moon? Figuring for Geminis. Okay, we got a King of Cups here and a Lover's card reversed. All right, Gemini, maybe there's something going on with your specific love relationship. Maybe there's something that feels hidden or unseen or just hasn't come, something that you can't really talk about. It's what it feels like to me. Maybe you're not able to access a depth of emotions like you used to. Maybe things have changed. Maybe you're not as attracted as you once were, or maybe there's a deeper attraction than you ever thought possible, right? It's some version of extremes in your love relationship. If you're single, don't worry, you know, there's still a message here for you. The Lover's card was often about a choice or even a business decision in old tarot. And so what are you choosing to hang on to emotionally? And is that one of those rocks you want to drop under the Virgo full moon? Or is it something that's really serving you? And just being aware of it, right? This awareness experiment, being aware of how I'm feeling deeply, or what used to feel deep that's now void. There seems to be some information there for you to play with. All right, let's clear for Cancer. What is it that our Cancer friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just some simple advice or guidance for our Cancers. Okay. Let's see, this is the 7, 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. All right, so working hard with your significant other. Maybe you have a business partnership with your husband or wife or partner. Maybe you have a something that you're working on together with a close friend even. This is about we all rise together. This is like the beehive, you know, this is the super organism where everybody does have to work. We have individualized jobs and duties, you know, in the beehive. Like, of course, there's the queen. Her duty is to lay eggs, and that's pretty much it. She mates once, one mating flight when she's first born, and she's mated by 15 drones, give or take, in air, you know, and then she comes back and her whole job is just to lay eggs. And then the workers have specific jobs, right? Some of them are the guard bees. They're making sure that nobody's getting into the hive. Some of them are the undertakers, taking out the dead bees and burying them or discarding them. Some of them are the nurse bees. They're feeding the babies according to what pollen and nectar stores they have. So some of them are taking off into orientation flights and finding their way around and collecting resources, right? Some of them are scouts and guiding new locations. So there's differentiation within what we're supposed to do, but if we all do it, what we're supposed to do, quote unquote, what we're designed to do, then the superorganism thrives, right? So this is like that to me. It's like hard work, but it's for the betterment of either a team. It's about being a team player. It's about giving 150% and not worrying about what anybody else is doing. You just collect your pollen. You know what I mean? That's it. Good message for everybody, really, but that was specifically for our Cancer friends. All right, let's clear the deck for our Leos. What is it that our Leos need to hear for the weekend ahead? Clearing the deck for Leos. Okay. King of Wands reverse and a Tower reverse. Leos, whoa, life-shattering, altering moments. Just this is crazy stuff, intense stuff where you can feel like your world is upside down, where you can feel like unrooted, where you can feel the pressure cooker coming on, where you're not really certain, right? That place of uncertainty is a great place to be for surrender. You know, just being clear with yourself, being honest with others, being able to really surrender, get on your knees and prayer about a situation, Leo. Like this feels like it's all coming. Maybe you're getting something that you wished for and it's like a little bit too intense. You know what I mean? The intensometer is high. So Leos, what do you need to do? I would say don't do much. Don't take action. Don't get frustrated and wait. You know, the medicine of waiting to respond to something is here, right? It's almost like don't interrupt the sequence of events that's playing out right now. Just watch and wait. All right, let's clear now the deck for our Virgo friends. What is it that any of our Virgos watching need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just clearing for Virgos. Clearing for Virgos. Okay. Queen of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. All right, Virgos, you've been working very hard. You've been doing lots of things. And now today's your full moon, right? This 10 card, this sense of completion, this sense that something is coming full circle for you. You can feel very heavy about it. It can feel like a lot of responsibility. But man, this Queen of Pentacles is prepared and she knows what to do. She knows what to do with a lot of responsibility. She knows what to do in every aspect of life. So trust yourself that you are the right adult in charge of your life, that you are able to take care of heavy things, of many things, of many different things, and you can do it well, right? And so this can be a card when we are overdoing it. So if you are a Virgo who is overdoing it currently, maybe this is a weekend where you could drop one of the rocks, right? Maybe you get takeout instead of cooking, right? Maybe you donate instead of splurge on Amazon. Like you can make some little shifts here so that you can be more comfortable in your physical body and in your mental body. But ultimately, this Queen of Pentacles, man, this is whose home you always like to go to. This is a place of comfort and ease, and this is a reminder to be really, really, really grateful, right? For no matter what is in front of you. And if it feels like hard work, just know that, man, remember the years that you prayed to get here, where you are now, right? So some ideas to play with for you, Virgos. All right, let's clear. I thought for sure you were going to get something about self-examination. You didn't. You win, right? Let's clear now. After Virgo comes Libra. Let's clear for our Libra friends. What is it that our Libras need to hear for the weekend ahead? All right, we get a 7 of Cups here. I'm not used to this deck. And a 2 of Wands again here. So, okay, too many choices, Libra. This is like indecision. This is analysis paralysis. This is lots of choices can be exciting, right? It can be fun. You can be grateful that you have so many options, but it can also feel overwhelming. So nothing here says like decide, do it now. You have to make a decision. If you're feeling backed into a corner, or if you're feeling like you're going to lose a deal if you don't make a move here, I would say, again, just wait for more information. You have so many options that you might not even be able to see them right now. And so I would say run your options, run your choices, run your decisions by somebody else this weekend and sit with it. Wait to respond until you know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you know. You're going to know, right? Like when you put on an outfit, you know when you don't feel good. And so this is like not feeling good, not looking your best, right? And then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, that's the one. And it's always going to be the black tank top, by the way, right? The black tank top is always the right choice. All right. So Libras, just being uncomfortable in uncertainty and trying to breathe through it and not paying much attention to it, you know, just not giving it a whole lot of mental space or mental chatter, mind candy, right? All right, let's clear for our Scorpios. What is it that our Scorpios need to hear for the weekend ahead? Okay, the 2 that came out. Why? Oh, it's not the 7, it's the 5. Still bad. See, these are, if you're not used to reading these, it's like I got too accustomed to the newer decks. And then we got a 4 of coins. So this looks awful. Scorpios, welcome to your reading. This is about, you know, running out of money, feeling like somebody's getting away with something, feeling like there's some thieving going on, feeling like things are getting really tight. Whenever you don't have the financial resources, you can feel cheated. You know what I mean? You can feel depressed or depraved. And even that is a form of self-reliance. And so I would say, what can you you have no control over the situation anyways. There is no choice. We have this whole great decisions toolkit at wiseguyscollective.com. If you want to check out our decisions toolkit in the blog, this might help you some this weekend, Scorpio, because there really is no control. You really don't have a choice. You're just here watching the show and responding when you need to, which is less often than you think, and following your own unique strategy and authority. If you feel like something's kind of got you pinched or there's some limitations, I would say, wow, how could you even let go of that mindset? You know, this does not match how I'm feeling. So I'm going to sit with that for a minute, being a Scorpio. All right, and getting a card of clarity, because we know me, it's the Chariot reversed here. So if this can feel like things are moving backwards, this is like 1 step forward and 2 steps back, it's okay. just know that you too, just like the Cancer reading, need some level of cooperation where we can all rise together in order to feel that feeling of fulfillment. Right. So this isn't necessarily about doing it alone. This is about fellowship, community, partnership, reaching out. So if you're feeling super down, depressed, limited, this could be a good time to do some reach out, you know, maybe some service work, help somebody else out, plant something in your garden. We had our seed swap last weekend, and I got some cute stuff, guys. I got this one is called the Not So Obedient Plant. It's going to make a big, huge flower for my bees. I got all kinds of little things, little fellows over here that are growing, and I can't wait to get planting. We are almost in the part of the year where I can get these, like these are squash. I almost can get them into the dirt outside. Sorry, sidetrack. Let's clear the deck for Sagittarius. What is it that our Sagittarius needs here for the weekend ahead? Some special advice or guidance. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, we get the 5 of Wands. Let's see, and the 3 of Wands. It was reversed. So the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands reversed. This is intense struggle. This is an internal personal battle. This is something you've been chewing on. This is maybe creating a problem where there's not one. This is a sense of drama in your life. This is a sense of, you know, just feeling like missing the boat in a way, missing out on an opportunity to travel. You know, I would say no to traveling this weekend. I would say yes to looking on the inside. I would say yes to self-examination, which requires what? Ritual, prayer, meditation, checking in with somebody else. This is getting out of your own cyclical thinking and into the present moment, and also addressing any rocks that have built up with the whole drop the rock theme, right? I'm going to make the link available in the description. So hopefully that'll help some of you guys. But what's going on, right? You've got the Virgo full moon today. What rituals, what routines, what needs changing about yourself, right? That internal struggle, right? So I have Sag rising, so I'm listening to that too. Okay, let's clear for our Capricorns. What is it that our Capricorns need to hear today? Sense of guidance, something that could reflect back to them what they already know. Help them remember that they were born wise. Okay, all right, we got a 10 of Cups that happens to be reversed, and this pesky 3 of Wands, right? This keeps coming back. All right, so for Capricorns, guys, the 10 of Cups reversed is still very positive. It still feels like a sense of connection, family. This could be doing something that you used to do, right? Like, let's say that you used to watch footballs and eat hamburgers and queso, and now you're a yogi and you are completely vegetarian and you don't watch football, and you know what I mean? Like you have had a switch of lifestyle in some way. This would be about going back to revisit that lifestyle as your new self, right? So you can still go watch football with your friends, and then maybe you're bringing whatever, your little snack with you, so that you're not reliant on that. So this is a way to be yourself, be your new self in an old environment, or connecting with people that you haven't heard from in a long time. This can be a chosen family. This could be connecting with chosen family and doing something that really helps you, encourages you guys to slow down. So it's not about doing, but just about being together, the connection, the quality time, and really having the courage to be your new self in perhaps an old way. All right, let's clear for Aquarius and just see what it is that our Aquarius friends need to hear for the week ahead. Okay. All right, interesting. So Aquarius, the same medicine, connecting, you know, listen to the Capricorn reading. How can you connect with your new self in an old way, with an old group of friends or an old mentor, or something down memory lane, or something that helps you connect with a sense of nostalgia in a new way, right? Then we also get the Queen of Wands. And so this is about taking action. This is about maybe going somewhere. You could be maybe visiting a cemetery. You could be visiting something that brings you back to your roots in a way. You could be visiting the library and looking at genealogy stuff. You could be doing your ancestry. We've got a great teaching from Addie Broyles of Don't Fear the Death card on Ancestry Tarot. And so this could be a great action to take, or resource you could use to work with this reading. So Aquarius, this is about going somewhere, finding your passion, being on fire about something, just getting lit up and excited. And about what? Something that is close to your heart. You know, usually people or situations, because it's reversed, I'm saying from early childhood, something to be nostalgic about. So something to play with there in the themes for you this weekend if you're looking for something to do or be. All right, let's clear the deck for Pisces. What is it that our Pisces friends need to hear? Just clearing the deck for Pisces. Should we do human design readings where we just go by the auras instead of the zodiac sign? All right, this is a 7 of coins reversed. And we've got also a 7 of wands reversed. All right, Pisces, do you feel like you're spinning your wheels? Do you feel like you're going nowhere fast? Do you feel like it's you against the world and you're drowning? You know, I want you to be able to stand up and realize that you're just in 2 feet of water, that everything's okay. The only thing that's chaotic is the thing that you're doing to yourself up here. And so this is about really asking for help, following your human design, your strategy and authority, not the one that you were conditioned to be, not the one that the world told you were, but just getting back to that self-alignment and pausing and calming down and coming back. It's almost like you've forgotten the rainbow over your head, right? The rainbow over your head. We can't see the rainbow over our head. We all have one, but if we look up, the rainbow moves and we can't see it. And so this is about maybe an exercise could be asking some of your closest friends or family, what do you like about me? And then being able to see something likable about yourself in the eyes of others. This is about undoing. This is about being still. This isn't about charging forward and self-reliance, right? This is a time to appreciate yourself for who you are and to realize that things are okay now and they're always going to be okay because you got you and you can trust you, right? All right. So we can't think our way into right action, but we can act our way into right thinking. Big theme for this Virgo full moon. I hope this has been useful for you. Thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And it helps us get this information out to others that might not have seen it otherwise. So like and subscribe, follow us, and check us out at wiseguyscollective.com if you need a personal reading or would like to join our membership. We'd love to have you. Until next time, guys, enjoy the bright, beautiful light of the Virgo full moon. Namaste.